If a fruit could be both an apple and a date, crisp and juicy today, chewy and caramel sweet tomorrow. That's the magic of Jujube. It's early September in California, and our Jujube tree is having its shining moment. Branches are heavy with fruit, some still green, some blushing red, others already deep mahogany. Bite into one and it snaps like an apple, yet carries the gentle sweetness of honey. The same fruit, two lives, both irresistible. Welcome to With the Garden. This week we're sharing the story of our 10-year-old Jujube tree. It's a companion that has kept us company every season, giving fruit without fail. I grew up in China, but strangely never saw a living Jujube tree until we planted ours. My earliest memories are of the dried ones, wrinkled, mahogany-coloured, floating in herbal soups, tucked into festival sweets, passed around during New Year visits. The tree itself didn't enter my life until we brought home a young sapling in 2015. Just 2 years later, it delivered our first crisp harvest, and it hasn't skipped a season since. This tree has its own rhythm. In spring, while other plants rush to leaf out, Jujube pauses, checking the weather twice before unfurling its glossy, serrated leaves. Soon after, clusters of tiny, truly tiny, greenish-white flowers appear. Their fragrance is almost undetectable to us, but bees and wasps find them irresistible. The nursery owner told me the tree is self-fruitful, so it sets fruit either way. Still, I love watching pollinators weave their quiet approvals through the canopy. By late summer and early fall, the fruit puts on a show of slow transformation. First a hint of blush at the shoulders, then mottled patches, then a full, rubicund glow. Pick them half red, and they're bright, snappy, and refreshing. Perfect for eating right under the tree. Leave them longer, and they deepen into smooth mahogany, then wrinkle into chewy Chinese dates. It's the same fruit, two lives, both delicious. Have you ever tried Jujube fresh, or only the dried kind? I'd love to know your first memory of this fruit. When the harvest is generous, and it often is, we enlist the sun as our helper. Fruits are spread on racks in a single layer, shielded from cheeky birds and flies. Over days, they shift from crisp to pliant, from clean sweetness to caramel-like depth. Jars of them live in our cupboard through winter, ready for teas, soups, or simple snacking. For trays at gatherings or small holiday gifts, they always delight. Care for a Jujube is as straightforward as it gets. It loves full sun, 6 to 8 hours at least, and accepts sandy or loamy soil without complaint. In its first years, regular watering helps it settle in. After that, monthly deep drinks during the heat of summer help size up the fruits. A top dressing of rich compost in spring, after flowers have set into tiny fruits, is welcome. But this tree is self-reliant, resilient, and forgiving. Pruning is more about keeping a friendly shape than heavy labor. In winter, when leaves are gone, I prune down crossing branches to let air and light in, shorten any whippy growth, and remove suckers that pop up around the base. Pests and diseases are rare. Sometimes a few aphids, a touch of mildew, or the odd fruit fly, but sunshine, airflow, and clean ground usually keep the peace. Compared with our tomatoes, the Jujube feels like a friend who never asks for much. Wildlife, on the other hand, files very enthusiastic reviews. Birds sing praises of the fully ripe fruits, and squirrels behave like part of the quality control team, often tossing half-eaten ones to the ground. We've learned to harvest at the blushing stage and protect the lower branches with netting, so we can still enjoy fully ripe fruit. As for the top, we gather what's left after the wildlife have had their share, part of the rhythm of growing together. Do you share your harvest with wildlife too? Or do you have tricks to keep them away? This unassuming backyard tree actually carries a history stretching back over 4,000 years. Along the Yellow River in northern China, it was cherished for flavor and medicine, celebrated in art and poetry, offered in rituals and kitchens alike. Traders carried it along the Silk Road, across deserts and seas, until it found a second home in climates like ours, hot, dry, and sun-soaked. From ancient river valleys to a suburban garden in California, that's quite a journey. Today, jujube is sometimes called a superfruit. It's low in calories, rich in fiber, vitamin C, and minerals, and valued for its antioxidants. But numbers on a nutrition chart only tell part of the story. In Chinese culture, jujube has long symbolized joy, fertility, prosperity, and long life. It appears in wedding ceremonies, in herbal tonics, in winter teas that soothe and calm. I like knowing that our garden participates in that centuries-old conversation, continuing a thread that connects nourishment to meaning. So this is for our jujube, resilient, drought-tolerant, and unfailingly generous. Every year it shows me that good things can be both ancient and immediate, both cultivated and wild at heart. It stands there, quiet, confident, deeply rooted, and it invites us to slow down, to taste, to remember, and to look forward. Until next time, happy gardening!